episode of Ghana in 24 with me, your regular host, Edem Kojo. Now, today we're going to look at the issues that have made headlines over the weekend in Ghana, and as always, give you the backstories as others may not be willing to do. In today's edition, we will be looking at some COVID updates, including the putting up of a wonderful edifice that is going to treat our COVID cases, especially the severe ones, moving forward. Also, WASSCE begins today. I'll bring you some interesting twists and the numbers behind this year's West African Senior Secondary Certificate Examination. And finally, PPP, is back. I'll bring the details right after this break. Okay, so you're welcome back to Ghana in 24. In my first story, Ghana had its first COVID case on the 12th of March 2020. When the COVID came, we had to be looking for places to turn into isolation centers, treatment centers, with the UGMC becoming our main treatment center. Well, along the line, a group of individuals who call themselves the Ghana COVID-19 Private Sector Fund came together and tried raising money to build the first ever Ghana Infectious Disease Center. Well, the project was supposed to take 6 weeks, but along the line they ran short of cash and called upon Ghanaians through the 10 Ghana Challenge to help them raise the remaining funds, which was about 7.1 million Ghana cedi, to finish the project. Good news is the project is ended, and after 3 months, Ghana's first ever infectious disease center is ready. Well, this project was headed by Mr. Kwesi, who is the CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors, and this is a 100-bed facility. Now, the good thing about this is that this is not the only one that they plan to do. This is the first of 4 that the Ghana COVID-19 Private Sector Fund seeks to build. Their plan is to build one in Kumasi, another in Tamale, and the last one in Takrade, with the Tamale one especially taking care of other infectious diseases like the cerebrospinal meningitis. And so, a big thumbs up to Mr. Kwesi and his board of trustees. Another great thing about this is that this project, in fact, the building was actually done by Ghanaians, and it was led by the 48th Engineer Regiment of the Ghana Armed Forces. So when you see this building, just know that it is proudly made in Ghana. If you are still interested in helping the Ghana Private Sector COVID-19 Fund, you can just dial *718 *25 *219# and donate 10 cedi, so that at least we get to build another one in Kumasi and the other places in the region. Now, the funny thing after all this is that over the weekend we realized that people were trying to credit government that it's a government project. Yes, government supported by donating the land and by probably facilitating the collaboration between the private sector and the military engineers. But this is a private sector fund. I want to ask a simple question. You remember the cathedral? They said yes, government give the land, His Excellency give the seed money, but they said it's not a government project. It is yes, it's funded by pastors doing their funding. And so please, we beg you, don't come in and take the shine of our private fund sector people. Government did some good work in giving us the land and all that, but please allow these people to take their shine small. If you want to take their shine, I remember Kolebu. Yes, Kolebu said we were going to do a 50-bed isolation center on their land. Please finish with that, then we can credit government. But all the same, government did well by supporting this fund. And we are expecting a possible grand opening or inauguration of the building somewhere this week. In COVID related stories also, we have some good news. If you would remember, His Excellency went on a 14-day isolation because someone in his close set tested positive. Well, his 14 days ended yesterday, and as we speak now, today His Excellency was in work fully. Also, the senior minister, Yao Safo has also tested negative and will go back to work. So we are expecting that hopefully this week an inauguration for this center is done, and then we move on nicely. Finally, COVID related, over the past 2 weeks there's been complaining that our testing had become slow in terms of numbers and all that. Yes, indeed, the Ghana Health Service and our friends at Noguchi came out to tell us that we're running out of the testing kits and the reagents, but they've had a new import of over 200,000 kits, and they have over the weekend distributed 50,000 PCR test kits to various testing centers across the country. So our testing issues is back on track. At this juncture, I'll take a short break. When I return, I'll give you more stories. Okay, so you're welcome back to Ghana in 24 with me, Edem Kudu. Now, in my second story, do you remember when you wrote WASSCE? Yes, the West African Secondary School Certificate Exams. It used to be SSC before it later on changed to WASSCE. Do you remember when you wrote it? How was your feeling like when you wrote your first paper? Well, WASSCE officially began today. Initially, it should have started somewhere in March, and then due to the COVID-19, schools were closed down, students had to go home for long. But then last month, schools were asked to resume, and students were asked to prepare, particularly final year students, to take their WASSCE. Well, WASSCE officially begins today, and 396 schools are writing or partaking in this WASSCE, with about 375,000 students writing in Ghana. Well, the practicals has begun today, and the theory is set to begin from the 3rd of August to the 5th of September. In some other interesting news, WASSCE traditionally would have lasted for 7 weeks, but this year they had to use just 5 weeks to write it because of the compressed nature the COVID has caused them to have. And so we are having people write papers on Saturday included. Well, we wish them all the best in their upcoming exams. And yes, finally, Akufado graduates will become graduates. The first batch of the free SHS are about to finish school. And so once again, from us in Ghana in 24, we wish them the very, very best. In my next story, do you remember? A week. You don't remember? 2012 election, 2016 election, single 1, 2, 3, 14. Yes. PPP, the Progressive People's Party, aka Papa Prekon, aka Kwesi's personal property. Yes, PPP is back, and over the weekend, PPP, through a virtual convention, elected their new party executives. Now, this election should just tell you one thing, that this 2020, they are coming back, and they are confident. In fact, they are confident. They elected Nana Ofori Owusu, who was a former director of operations at the party, to be the new party chairman. And he's confident. He's saying that PPP has the answers to the problems of the country, and Ghana should give them a chance and all that. So once he's talking that way, it means that they are coming back. We don't know whether Kwesi Ndoum will come back or there will be somebody to be in instead. But yes, we too here, we are ready to do the counting, and we'll bring you the results. Anyway, we wish them the very best. Awake, yes, they are awake again after sleeping for 4 years. Awake, they are back and they are awake. So no, I almost said vote for them, but no, I don't do campaign here. Anyway, so PPP is back, and we wish them the very best in their campaign to annex the seat of government come 7th December 2020. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Remember to subscribe if you have not. Turn on the notification so that whenever a new video is dropped, you are the first to receive it. Also, share, like, and drop your comments, and let us know when you wrote WASSCE, how your experience was like, what you think of the PPP's return, and if you have any good words for Mr. Senyo Hosi and his people, just drop them in our subsequent editions. As I do always, I'll read them. My name remains Ndoum Kujo. Do have a wonderful evening. Stay safe and see you tomorrow. Bye.